audience question from Patrick from Story City. I'm going to mispronounce your last name. Where are you at, buddy? Yeah. Okay. Patrick wants to know how has the band been affected, or how has the being in the band affected your life as a whole? Family, you mentioned family. You guys are going out on tour now for a really long time. How does that affect your life, outside your personal lives?
It makes me forget lyrics. I'm sorry.
I mean, I got a very patient wife, man. She's awesome. She's wonderful, but it gets hard, man. It's definitely starting year 3 now, the tour. Not at home very often. It gets harder as you go, because you know when the record first comes out, you're all amped up about getting back on the road and doing it, as we said.
It's how they're doing it.
It's how they're doing it. It gets hard, but you know you have to have, at least for me, on the way my life is, man. Having you know, my wife and I have been together since we were teenagers, so she's been there, you know, forever. So she gets it, and she's very patient with me. So and she gets to come out every once in a while. Life in general, I mean, it's different, you know.
It depends on how you look at it. We don't really keep a schedule that is normal by any means. We wouldn't trade it. The thing is that we look at it like, and we try to acknowledge the fact that our families look at it also. You're only here for a short time, so what you do while you're here is very imperative to your existence and what the legacy is that you leave behind. You know, I don't think that we would be doing each other any justice if we wanted to work together, which we do, if we didn't work as hard as we possibly could for as long as we possibly could. So our families understand the fact that there's something that we're trying to do. We would like to think that we're making a difference. We would like to think that this thing called Shinedown as a whole is something that uplifts just the human spirit, because it does that for us. You know, it's not a hobby, it's not a joke, it's, you know, we eat, breathe, and live it. Our families know that we do that. There's definitely something that we have to say, and we want the opportunity to say it. You can either choose to keep it and listen to us, or you can give it back. You know, it's not going to offend us either way.
My dogs hate me, though.
Mine too.
I have a 7-year-old black lab that every time I leave, he craps on the floor.
This is not your bed. Mine does that. But another thing about this band and touring is a lot of artists say, yeah, I've toured 3 years on a record, but it's people like Beyonce and stuff like that who go out on tour for a month and then take 6 months off. We do another tour. We have literally been on the road for 3 years. We've probably had, I think I counted, it's close to 70 days off.
And when he says 3 years, he means 3 years on this record.
This record. We've been on tour for
10 years.
10 years, yeah. And we've been on tour straight with this record for 3 years. We're going to keep going until December. So thank you for applauding our misery. We appreciate that. No, we love it.
He's kidding.
No, I'm kidding. If us four, we have the 4 personalities. If it got too much, we'd go home for a little bit. If it literally got to the point too much, the day it stops being fun, we'd all quit. I mean,
you know what? There's a band, you probably know of them, called Kiss. Gene Simmons actually said something exactly. I don't know who they were until yesterday. The guy actually said something really, really profound one time.
Just once, though.
Just once.
that was about it.
But he said, you see these bands, or at least, and this is through his eyes, he was like, I see these bands now that have had virtually no real run in the industry, but have made a great record and have exploded, and they have all of this success and all of this money and all of these fans, and they complain. They complain that they can't go into a mall, they can't go to the grocery store without being hassled, that they can't, you know, they don't have any kind of existence anymore because they can't be left alone. And he was like, you know what? If you feel that way, that's perfectly fine with me. Give me all your money, give me all your fans and all those people that adore you, and I'll take them.
Yeah, and I'll walk around
bitching about it.
Yeah.
You know?
We get worried when people stop talking to us. So you're more than welcome to take pictures and ask us to sign things, because We get worried when people stop calling and stop wanting your signature and like.
You guys don't want to stop listening to the music, do you?
No.
You guys have one more song in you?
Yeah.
Okay.